Welcome back to Lisa's Two Cents, Infidelity Part 4. So, after I go and get some rest, and he goes and gets some rest, he comes and picks me up probably about 5, 6 hours later. So I think it was like around noon or 1 o'clock. So he picks me up and he's like, "So what do you want to buy?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't care. I'm just, grateful for whatever you give me." And he was like, "No." He was like, "I want to get you what you want to give me." Back then, the 190s, Mercedes was real popular. And he was like, "You want a brand new Mercedes?" And I was like, "No, everybody has them now, whatever." So I wanted a convertible red Cabriolet. So that's what I told him. I was like, "I want a convertible red Cabriolet." He said, "Okay, no problem." So we go to a Volkswagen dealer, and he's like, "Just go pick whichever one you want." And I got it from there. And I said, "Okay, this is the honest to God truth, you guys, after just going out with this guy one time." And he was like, "Okay." And we go to the Volkswagen dealer. I go find my convertible red Cabriolet. He pays cash for it. Now, I'm like, okay, oh my God, like this dude is really like going through what he said he's going through. And from there, he was like, "Come on, let's go shopping and buy you some clothes." So we go to the mall, spend it was a ridiculous amount of clothes, like everything you could think of I had. So went shopping, spent all his money on clothes. He said, "So this is what I need you to do now. I need you to find an apartment. Don't care what it costs. Don't care where it's at. Whatever you want, you let me know and you find it, and then I'll take it from there." So it's a Saturday. I said, "Okay." So we go back to my aunt's. We drop everything off. He said, "I got to go take," he dropped me off too. He said, "I got to go take care of business." Come to find out, he was a high roller. He was a dope dealer. And I had always been on straight and narrow. I still am, to be honest with you. But yeah, my first bad boy. So, so he said, so mind you now, my husband, I've been to my family house every day looking for me. And he's losing it, like literally losing it, knocking on their doors different times of the day, morning, night. My mama's house, my auntie's house, my sister's houses, like looking for me. He's losing his mind. He cannot find me. So that following, after that Saturday, after I got my car and clothes, and I even went and he took me and bought me some jewelry, diamonds, diamond necklaces, all that stuff, rings, all that. So then he said to me, he said, "You're going to be my girl." He said, "Because I really, really like you, and I want a girl like you, like, one that works and, go to work every day, and you're a good mother, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." He was good to me. I'm not going to sit up there in front and be like, "Oh, well, he was doing something illegal." I know at the time I was young, I was stupid, and what have you. But anyway, the following week, I started looking for my apartment. In the meantime, I got my family telling me, like, "Girl, Joseph, keep coming over here." And, I come from one of them family that's with it. Like, you ain't gonna, don't keep coming over here, or you're gonna have some problems from us, because she's not here. We don't know where she is. And if we did, we wouldn't let you know where she is, period. So, long story short, now I'm in a relationship with this guy. And, I find my apartment, and at the time it was a apartment in Hawthorne. Now back then Hawthorne was really nice, like really, really nice. And so I found my apartment in Hawthorne. He went and paid my rent up for a whole year. So he told me, he said, "Listen," because I popped up one day at his place, and he said, "Listen, don't ever come over here, ever." He said, "Because it's a spot, and I don't want you to get caught up. If the police ever raid it and you hear, they don't care that you don't sell the drugs, or you don't do drugs. They don't care. You going to jail with me, and I don't want that." He said, "So I don't want you over here anymore." So he's giving me all this game, and he's like, "And watch where you going when you driving, because people know you my girl and will follow you, kidnap you, and hold you ransom to get money, blah, blah, blah." So he's just teaching me the whole game. Now, mind you, by this time I moved in with my into my apartment in Hawthorne, me and my son, and life goes on for me. And so he told me, he said, "Baby, I don't want you working," but I told him, I said, "Nope, that's not gonna happen. I'm a work. I work. I'm a working lady, so I like going and earning my own pay." He said, "Okay, so if you're gonna work, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it because I see you want to." He said, "But I'm gonna give. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you $1,000 a week for your weekly allowance. Be smart with your money. Don't be out there. You don't need a car. I bought you a car. You don't need clothes. I bought you clothes. You don't need jewelry. You don't need to pay your rent because I pay that. Just save your money." But I was young and stupid, so I'm up there calling all my friends like, "Girl, y'all want to go shopping? Y'all want to go eat? Y'all want to go do this? Y'all want to go do that?" Whatever. Long story short, I saved some, and a lot of it I didn't because I was too busy treating friends and stuff like that. But anyway, um, I probably have been in my apartment now for about 2 years. So one day I'm over, I'm at home and my sister's visiting with my nephew. By this time our kids was probably about 2.5 years old. Because they are my son and my firstborn nephew from this particular sister was, they are 4 months apart. So they grew up like brothers. As a matter of fact, DJ Ghost and my son, they grew up like brothers. So anyway, so we grew. So my sister, DJ Ghost, was a baby at that time. His mom was over, and we sitting there watching TV, chilling, and then all of a sudden there was a knock on my door, and I say, "Who is it?" Because I wasn't expecting anybody. So I said, "Who is it?" Lo and behold, it was my husband. How in the hell he found me, I don't know. Because like I said, by this time, I probably was gone from him. I want to say about 2 years. He said, "Joseph." And I said, "Wait, what? Who? Joseph? What do you mean, Joseph? Open the door." "No, I'm not opening the door. Open this MF door," is what he's telling me. "No, I'm not opening the door." He said, "If you don't open it, I'm kicking it in." And, I got to live over there. So I'm a quiet person. So you ain't got to, neighbors ain't ever called on me about my music being loud, or I got all this company over, because I've always been like, a quiet person or whatever. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm scared. Like, I'm not going to lie. I was scared to death, because this man, I know he's pissed. He haven't been able to find me in over 2 years. I left him high and dry. And I know now this is about to go down. So he's like, I'm like, "Nope, I'm not opening the door." And he's like, "I'm gonna kick in the door if you don't let me in." And I'm like, "Well, I'm calling the police." And he was like, "I don't give a damn about the police." So he bammed it like the police, like bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, oh my God. So I opened the door because he's gonna kick it in. I already know he gonna kick it in. So I opened the door. So when I open the door, he comes in like, "Where in the F you been? Where's my son?" And my, blah, blah, blah. Because I had told my sister, go in the room with the babies. So she went in the room, and so, with the kids. So I'm like, he's like, "Where my son?" And I'm like, "Your son is in the room." He's like, "Where in the F you been? Why you leave me like that?" And he got me like all up against the wall. Now, mind you, he had never put hands on me. We done had arguments like any couple does, but he had never put hands on me. But he literally got me like up against the wall like this, like, "Where in the F you been?" Blah, blah. And he just, having a meltdown. I'm scared. My sister comes out of the room now because she's like, "Nigga, get your hand off my sister." And he was like, "Go back in the room. Like, go back in the room." And I'm like, "No, she ain't got to go back in the room." She's like, "I'm not, because my sister, baby, DJ Ghost Mama, shit, me and my sisters, we fight. We fight. We used to fight. We didn't care if it was men or women. We fight. We didn't start nothing, no, but we definitely was holding our own. We weren't backing down from nothing." So she was like, "No, you're going to leave my sister alone." And when she said that, he really got pissed, come back for part 5 of Infidelity.